What was the I'm done moment in your last relationship? Not my last relationship exactly, but definitely my most significant I'm done moment. My now ex-husband was taking a shower right after he came home from the gym. That's where he was according to him. It was late, 11:32 p.m. to be exact. He had left his phone charger at work and so he needed to use mine, while he was in the shower and the phone was plugged in on my side of the bed. It started ringing and a woman's first and last name popped up. The idiot always put everyone's full names into his phone. After months of suspicious behavior, gym visits for hours with no sweating or gym clothes, last-minute work parties nearly every weekend where he couldn't bring me, cutting our Sunday family days short to make time for the gym. I had been questioning him more and each time he looked me in my eyes and said you are all I need. I would never cheat. I love you. But I knew something was off. A woman always knows. But I wouldn't walk out without knowing for certain. He knew my only deal breaker was infidelity. I couldn't answer the call due to the passcode on his phone. So before he even came out of the bathroom, I had looked up all her information. The internet is a beautiful thing when you know how to use it. I even sent her a message on Facebook saying simply how do you know my husband? She hadn't yet replied when he came out of the shower and I asked him immediately, who's she? He stuttered out a friend from work. She's going through a hard time with a divorce. And I said okay, play the voicemail and handed him his phone. He immediately deleted it and said I was overreacting. I shrugged my shoulders and said it's okay, I already messaged her. I assume I'll find out. That's when he started crying. Long story short, of course it was an affair, with a coworker. For months. What a cliché. She didn't know he was married and apparently didn't think anything was off that she never met his friends or family or went to his place. She was naive at best, a complete idiot at worst. Anyway, despite his begging and attempts to reconcile, and his insistence that he made a mistake, because lying for months and having a full-blown relationship with someone else is a mistake, that was the moment it was over. Fast forward nearly 6 years, and we have gotten to a place where we can talk and be civil. His reason/excuse was that I didn't, quote, need him enough and he never knew how to speak up and be needed. I'm independent, always have been. I work and cook and clean and take care of my man in the house, but somehow that wasn't enough. Anyway, I would never have been able to trust him again after that night, specifically after that moment at 11:32 p.m. The moral of the story is to always trust your gut and never settle for anything less than you deserve. At least, it was for me. I have moved on to much greener pastures and it worked out for the best. I now have a loving, faithful husband who treats me like a queen, and values our relationship like no one else has before. We are also expecting our first child and will soon be moving in together to our first home.